Hello, I'm Gwen Griffin, the Executive Director of Old World Foundation, and I'm here today with Rosanne McGuire. Rosanne is the Program Manager for Blessings in a Backpack, and she's also the Vice Chair of the Old World Foundation Board of Trustees and the Chair of our Sunset Soiree Committee. So welcome, Rosanne.
Thanks for having me, Gwen. I'm so excited about Sunset Soiree.
Yes, it should be a really fun evening. As most people know, Old World Foundation has been supporting projects and programs at Old World, Wisconsin since 1984. And we're currently raising money to fund the immediate needs related to the new brewing experience at Old World. We hope to raise $30,000 by the beginning of August to ensure that the building can be open for programming by next spring. And the exciting news is that all donations up to $10,500 will be matched. And all donations, of course, are very much appreciated. But those who donate $250 or more will receive a special invitation to a thank you event at Old World, Wisconsin on August 21st, which is our Sunset Soiree. And those who donate $500 or more will also receive an invitation to a cocktail hour before the main event. And that will have appetizers and entertainment and cocktails and a chance to see the new brew house. So that'll be really exciting. And hopefully we'll have a wonderful, wonderful evening. So Rosanne, you've been working on this project with us for a while now, getting ready for it. What are you looking forward to most that evening?
Well, Old World, Wisconsin is really a magical place. And there's something about being on the grounds when there's not as many people there at twilight. It just makes you almost transport back in time. And it is such a special place to be out on the village green there, listening to the fantastic musicians that we're going to have, and just enjoying that gourmet picnic dinner. So I just think the whole atmosphere really transports you back in time. And there's no more special time to me than those twilight hours before sunset. It's just beautiful out there.
Yeah, it is. You know, we've been very fortunate to have evening events at Old World, and you're right, the guests are really appreciative at that chance to be there at that time. It is something special.
Yeah, the music I think is going to be fantastic. Brian Mitchell, our former board member, will be playing at the VIP cocktail hour. He's a really talented musician who just released his first album. And then we've got, I think, new to Old World, Andy Geely, I think I'm saying your name right, and Paul Smith, who really are going to be playing the music I grew up with, kind of some classics from the 60s and 70s. I know I'll be breaking out in song in the midst of selling raffle tickets. And I guess they encourage that, and it's going to be fantastic. And then the all-time Old World favorites, the Babushka Babes, we will be playing as well. So you'll be able to listen to music while you're enjoying that gourmet picnic dinner.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And people will be able to go between the two locations and catch both of them. So so that'll be a nice relaxing evening for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And you mentioned that you're selling raffle tickets, so I know that that's you know, another exciting part of the evening.
It is. While the event is really a thank you for those who are donating at least $250 or more towards the brewing experience, we will have some raffle tickets that will be available for, I think, $20 each, and 6 for...
Correct. 6 for 100.
6 for 100. And the other board members have put together some fantastic prizes. We've got several packages for Lake Geneva, and new this year, a package for Galena for you know, some weekend experiences and fun events in both of those really historic cities. And then we also have an RV rental donated. And I think that's really a unique thing, especially in these days when people are still staying a little closer to home for traveling. This would give you an option to have a nice little road trip for a week. And that is really exciting to be able to, to have that to offer as well for those raffle tickets. So make sure to bring some cash along so that you can purchase those raffle tickets from myself or some of the other board members that evening.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. We really appreciate those companies that donated
Right.
to our event, donated
Yeah.
their products.
And I think our latest newsletter had a whole list of some of the people who've donated raffles. And I also should thank Standard Process and Citizens Bank for their donations as well to help the evening. I'm really also excited that some of my fellow board members were able to put together a match. So all donations up to over $10,000 will be matched that evening. So hopefully that'll get us to and maybe even beyond our 30,000 goal that we're hoping to raise for the brewing experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be so, it has been so much fun over the last few months to see the building take shape and see the foundation being built, and and of course now the tavern has been relocated too, and that'll be renovated. So it'll be really special to have programming in that next season, and that's why we need to raise the money so that it'll have all the furnishings and everything in place so that programming can happen.
Yeah, and this is the first building I think that's been relocated out there in many, many years.
Yeah.
And when you come in, if you haven't been out to Old World yet this summer, you're really going to be surprised at the difference those two buildings have made in the landscape of the welcome area. So the area, the green space between Clausing Barn and Ramsey Barn is really transformed. And this is just the start of it. So the brewing experience has a, is the roof copper, or there's portions of the roof that are with copper trim and such, and they just gleam in the sunset. And it's really going to be I think a wonderful place to celebrate the brewing heritage that is so strong here in Wisconsin. And I just can't wait until we are able to get into the tavern and see be kind of transported back to that time when it was thriving in old Ashippun. So moving it from Ashippun to Old World happened a little earlier this summer, and I just can't wait to get inside and see what it's going to be like.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be really fun. And it will be interpreted and restored to like a 1934 appearance. So it will be right after the repeal of Prohibition. So that'll be fun. You're right.
Mm-hmm. And that's some of the money that we're raising will go towards the restoration of that interior as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're very excited to be a part of the whole new brewing experience at Old World.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see a picture off of Gwen's shoulder of Neil Aspinall's poster. He's done a poster for us for the last few years, and they're really collector items. And you can see a picture of the tavern and a beer delivery truck out front. So if you just look at that and think about how some of our maybe grandparents celebrated that return to the repeal of Prohibition in the 30s, I think is going to be a really magical experience to recreate out there in Old World.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add about the evening?
No, I think the picnic basket contents will be fantastic, prepared by our chef out at Old World. East Troy Brewing is going to be on site, as well as one of the local wineries will be donating product to us, and you'll get some tickets for that as well. And it's just going to be a really fun experience that evening. So please, donate now to Sunset Soiree. So you and a friend are able to come and join us that evening, because you don't want to miss it. And, having a virtual event last year was nice, and we raised a lot of money, and we appreciate everyone who contributed to that. But nothing can beat being on the grounds out there on an August evening at Old World. So August 21st is the event. It will happen. It will begin with the VIP hour. Is it at 4?
From 4, yep, 4 till 5, and then
5.
the evening part will begin at 5:30. So
Yeah, and there'll be transportation out to the village area. So, don't worry about that. If you're worried about walking all the way out there, we'll have transportation provided, and it's just going to be a wonderful evening, and I hope you're able to join us.
yeah. And we do have a rain date. I should mention that the 22nd, if the 21st does not cooperate, if the weather does not cooperate, we will hold the entire event on the 22nd instead. So fingers crossed, though, we've been really lucky over the last, I don't know, 20 years of having events that the weather has cooperated for us. So
we've had a beautiful summer so far in Southeast Wisconsin. So hopefully we'll enjoy that same type of weather on August 21st.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and people can visit our website at oldworldfoundation.org for more information. And there are links there to make a donation to receive your invitation. And I guess that's all we need to say for today. So thank you, Rosanne. I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate all your work on the committee to get this event going.
Thanks, Gwen, and thanks to all of you who've already contributed, and we'll see you on August 21st.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.